Hey YouTube, Zach Guy here. Got a little bit of a throwback here. This is a Kabar model 1059. As you can see, it's an equal end pen knife. Just to get a little bit of story about this knife. As I said, it's a 1980s Kabar. I was visiting my dad, helping him clean out his shed. Came across this knife sitting on top of a toolbox. And it had a blade that was open. Kind of like that. And if you look at it, you can see a little bit of rusting on there. Pitting. Cleaned it up some. Well, it was a little mildewy also. And I cleaned it up for my dad, sharpened it up a little bit, and said, hey. And then he said, hey, you got one of these in your collection? I was like, no. Well, here, since you cleaned it up and gave it a little bit of love, it's yours. So I thought that was kind of cool. As you can see, it's got a small pen blade. And this blade is still a little stiff opening. I need to work on that a little bit more. And closing, it's a little, doesn't close very well. You gotta make sure you push it down. But it does hold in place. And then it's got a larger pen blade. And you can see right here it says Kabar there. Also has the model number under it. Not sure if you can see that. And it's got the shield, says Kabar. Nickel silver bolsters and shield. Brass pins, 3 brass pins holding it. And I believe it's the blades themselves are 1095 from what I can find. As I said, I gave it a little bit of love, cleaned it up, wiped it down, had some mildew on it and so on, oiled it, sharpened it up a little bit. I still think I need to put a little bit more work into it, but yeah, like I said, blade still needs a little bit of sharpening. It was very dull. Yeah, it's got the small blade there too. Yeah, give a little bit of specs on it. Closed, it's 3.25 inches. The blade is 1.75, and that's the large blade. The width is 3/8 of an inch, and it weighs in at 1.5 ounces. It's got delirium handles that are jigged, and as I said, nickel silver bolster. It's got brass liners, as you can see, and a little bit of patina to it. Nice little handy pocket knife. I've carried it a little bit since my dad gave it to me while I was there. Carried it in my pocket. Drops in the pocket, hardly noticeable. Handy little knife to have, do some minor cutting. While I was there, I had a larger knife, my Buck 110 light. And the two of those together, there weren't too many cutting tasks I couldn't do, big or small. That's the little story of my Kabar. Kind of a cool little knife. Kind of makes it even cooler that my dad gave it to me. I found it, cleaned it up for him, gave it back to him, and then he gave it back to me. So it's just kind of a cool little sentimental knife now. Well, hope you enjoyed this little review of the Kabar 1059. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below, and remember, always be prepared.